34 years in the waiting. It doesn't get any better than this. 34. That's 3 and 4. 34. I can't wait to get inside. 34 years. 34 years. But who's counting? Yeah, but who's counting? 34 years.
The original Washington Senators struggled both on the field and financially for many years. In 1961, the team moved to Minnesota and became the Minnesota Twins, leaving a baseball void in the city.
The 1961 baseball season opens with a new president, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, throwing out the first ball. And there's a new Washington Senators club also making its major league debut. The former Senators moved out to Minneapolis in the American League's expansion program to become the Twins. President Kennedy and his party launched not only a new season, but a new club.
On September 30th, 1971, the New York Yankees played the Washington Senators at RFK Stadium. It was the darkest day in the history of baseball in Washington, D.C.
I think it's one of the saddest moments in Washington history because the people of this community were betrayed. Betrayed by a very cynical owner, betrayed by an organization that was not devoted to winning, and betrayed because it was just 3 years after the awful riots decimated so much of the city.
You know, this city, particularly around U Street, this once beautiful black commercial district was a shell of itself, you know, and after the team moved away from Griffith Stadium and moved, you know, into what became RFK Stadium after Robert Kennedy died, but was DC Stadium in the 60s, it had sort of lost its connection to this black commercial district that was gone, right? So the city was in many ways recreating itself.
Baseball in Washington, D.C. has seen its share of ups and downs, from championship victories to periods without a team. Throughout its history, the sport has remained a beloved pastime for the city's residents and has left a lasting impact on the local culture.
Like I have a picture of Satchel Paige in my home, and Satchel Paige, a lot of people don't know, was a barnstormer, the original barnstormer. He would go from game to game, and people don't know that he played for so many teams because he was a gate attraction. So for one day he may play for Pittsburgh, the next day he may play for the Grays.
Then I got to play against Satchel Paige and his All-Stars at the end of the 46th season. Bob Feller had a barnstorming trip, and we traveled the country in 2 planes and played the whole month of October in a different city. In fact, we played 11 doubleheaders on that trip. Maybe you've heard or read about that trip. And Satchel and Feller pitched the first 3 innings of every game.
The Washington Nationals continue to play a central role in the city's sports landscape. The team's success has helped solidify D.C. as a baseball town and has contributed to the cultural fabric of the city.